but we won't because we got actually other topics we want to get in today. Um, and starting with this TikTok ban, especially since we spoke about this before in the in our past episodes. Um, basically, so there's been more news about the TikTok ban. Um, especially with Trump really pushing to ban the app, and I think he's really set on having the app banned in the states. But what that actually will look like um, is Microsoft coming into play here and actually taking control TikTok uh, at least for the states, are pretty much becoming acquiring TikTok. Like they're looking like the company's gonna divest, um, which is pretty much forcefully, legally, whatever, passing on control and operations uh, to someone else, which looks like Microsoft in this case. I mean, how you wanna approach this? Because I know last time we were just talking about the fact that um, the whole primary concern with TikTok ban in the first place is U.S. data being at risk, given that it's gonna go to some server in China, and they might have access to a lot of people's data because of the things they agreed to on the app, the terms and agreements. So, um, yeah. So just going off of there. For those who's listening in, uh, the TikTok app looks like it is primed to be banned. Um, but what is your take on this tax? Because yeah, I'll let you
Honestly,
go
like
first.
I don't really care for TikTok. So, like, when we talked about it in a prior episode, which I don't remember which one exactly.
We don't got that many. They could find out. Those listening, they could find out if y'all care so much.
Yeah,
Y'all can
my
find
my
that
thing
episode.
is like
Shoot.
a new app will come, like regardless. Like this is like yeah, like oh, if TikTok's banned, guess what? Like something else is gonna come to fill that void. And like in the case of like you know, um, having a brain heart for you. In the case of
I
like
feel
the
you.
data thing, like, bro, like someone's going to get our data. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's hilarious that people are in such an uproar about it. Like people are panicking, people are just like, oh my God, they're taking my happiness. I'm like, well, like we need to evaluate how much power we give social media. Like,
Hmm.
I think it's ridiculous that like there are people having full on meltdowns about, you know, app.
Bro, don't let me go in on it. Like you know what? Yo, yeah.
I,
Yeah,
I,
no,
I
keep saying what
seriously
you're saying.
think like this generation is just like super soft, man.
Yeah.
Like this app isn't anything crucial to your livelihood. It's not like like if Trump was like, oh, I'm banning like vegetables, then it's like okay, that's like something I
Whoa.
need to live. If
Hold on.
Trump's like, all right, I'm
That's
taxing
when the straps
water,
coming out.
but like
That's when the straps
an
coming
app,
out.
like there isn't Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all these other apps that do the same thing.
No. That's what people are. So like, I mean, I get no, like I think we said this before too. Like I get it. Like there's people who have their livelihoods tied to the app. Like people make money off the app, whether it's ad revenue or they have partnerships or exactly like um, they're influencers, right? But I think in this day and age, like being an influencer, once you have that following, I think it should be part. I mean, it comes. I feel like it's part of the job, or it comes with the territory, knowing how to adapt to these type of changes. And I mean, I don't know why my arms just keep disappearing,
No,
but basically, it's just like, yeah, like you're right. There's so many apps, other social media apps. There'll be another. They should just try to know how to. And a lot of the content like that's on TikTok, it's like it could go anywhere. Like it's not like I don't know how to even. I don't know what's a good example of like very niche like content that pretty much really thrives on only one app. Like look at Instagram. Stuff on Instagram could still go on YouTube. It could still go on Facebook. It could like Snapchat. Like even like it's all inverted. Like they all invertedly go hand in hand. So I understand if there's people who's just like, man, I made my whole career off TikTok. Oh, like like I get it. I don't get it, but I see where you're coming from.
well, to
I
that
don't
point,
use
right?
TikTok either. I don't use TikTok at all. I don't care for it.
Well, to
Um,
that point, right, Pete? So
right.
Vine happened X amount of years ago. King Batch made his whole career off Vine. And then what he did, he's like, oh, this is going away. I'm going to guide my followers elsewhere and continue to make money based off of my success that I created there. So to your earlier point, it's like you're doing it wrong if you're solely dependent on this. You need to diversify your avenues in which people can interact with you and you can generate money. Like, yes, you can have
My
a
hand is
TikTok,
keep
like
disappearing.
get a Patreon, like set up a Twitch, like sell some merch, have other social media things because at the end of the day, like the problem you have with your, with TikTok going away is that one, you don't own the platform, and two, you do not own, like, you don't have the contacts of the people that follow you. Like, imagine, like, someone like Ryan Leslie, where he was like, yo, I'm gonna put my number out here. You guys can text me and stay up to date with like everything that's going on with me. Like, so no matter like what happens, like if Twitter shuts down, if like Spotify shuts down, all that stuff, he has a means of communicating to his fans and getting them their product, like getting his product out to them. And that's what like these people aren't doing. Like, if your livelihood is on TikTok and you're concerned about TikTok going away, then you're doing it wrong, completely wrong.
Oh my. Hmm. That's actually really interesting. Like I don't know TikTok that you said that you can't follow. So how does TikTok work in a sense that like you as a user find another user who you like or whatever and you want to like follow them? Like what happens? So how does that interaction work then?
No, it's the same as like any other app. Like you can find people, you can follow them and stuff like that. But the point I was saying, like with King Batch, is like, all right, when he knew that you know,
Vine was gonna
Vine was going,
was phasing out. Yeah.
yeah, he found a way to migrate. He either prior to it or during the time when he found out, he found a way to migrate his audience from Vine to his other platforms, like to follow him on Instagram, on Twitter, on like Snapchat or whatever else. And then using that leverage of having like a, a massive audience on multiple platforms, he then
Right.
springboarded into other stuff like Wild and Out and stuff like that. So like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're like so concerned about this one app going away, it's because you're not doing the social media game correct.
Right. No, no, that's it. Shoot. And the thing is, this isn't even part of the conversation I wasn't even expecting to jump into. Like, I think overall, yeah, it's just uh being flexible, being adaptive, like being able to adapt. Um, yeah, like for a lot of if for TikTok users who are really like their audience is really vested in TikTok, um, yeah, that actually sucks in the sense that if you don't know or don't know how to move or redirect your following, I mean, that comes with the game. That's social. That's the social media game.
Yeah, like
Shoot,
TikTok isn't offering anything different than any other social
anybody
media
else?
app. Like there's nothing it's offering different.
like that's why like that's why I'll be on IG and then I'll watch IG videos, but they'll be like TikTok videos, or just like in the end they'll be like, oh, this is, I guess this is a TikTok video or it's on TikTok, and then you realize I'm just like, dog, like take away like the following, like the huge audience is just like, and the what the logo, like what are these apps? Like they all generally do the same thing. They all more or less do the same thing. It's just packaged different, and it's like, it's so yeah. Like the fact of the matter is, I think for that front, on that front, for what was it, the Gen Xers, Gen Zers, the people who what was that? What was that? Because there was a TikTok influencer that was like she blew her fuse when first hearing about the ban news for the platform. Like yeah, she was like losing her shit. I can't remember
Yeah, but I
what
don't
her
even
name
care
was.
because you're furthering my point. It's like
Facts.
I get that, like, TikTok right now is, explosive growth. Like one of my good friends doesn't have like a great following on Instagram, but his TikTok following is like ridiculous. So I'm like, my advice to him is like, all right, guide them back to Instagram, guide them to somewhere they can like listen to your music, or guide them to like a Twitch because they watch him play guitar on TikTok. So I'm like, there's so much you could do. Like you could set up a Discord for this crap. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you need
Like,
to, like, if you're, this is why it's like, what are you doing it for? Are you doing it for attention? Like, what are you in it for? Because regardless, it's like, even if you're just in it for the attention, like, you need to know how to sustain that attention. If I'm in it to make money, I need to know how to sustain it to make money. Even like when, even if that shuts down, you know, what are my other options? How do I reach my fan base? How do I reach my super fans that'll buy stuff? Like this isn't stuff that people are thinking about. They're just crying because TikTok's gonna go, and not thinking that, hey, you know what, like the next app is going to come because someone's
oh
gonna
yeah,
find that void and wants to fill it.
exactly. So either the next app's gonna come, or what app is gonna be offset? Is gonna offset? Is gonna take the offset of those users from TikTok. Uh, you know, and where they're gonna go. And I mean, again, let's dial back a little bit. So basically, about the app, uh, the ban per se, it might actually just come under uh, Microsoft might just take over like operations of TikTok in the states, where they'll be in command, or they'll manage the data and stuff like that.
I don't know
That
if I want
the
Bill Gates to have my
information.
data, but then again, I'm not using TikTok. But
Right. So then it just trades hands. So like I feel like what the real issue, the thing is here, why, well, the one point I want to, excuse me, yeah, the one point I'm trying to make here, or just kind of just get it out in the ether, is basically it's just one company is trading hands of the platform to another. So it's not like your data is really what's up for discussion. It's just who has the data or who's
yeah,
in charge of it.
that was my
Um,
earlier point too.
this was yeah, and this that was our point in our last video. It's not about per se, like, there, yeah, the concern is not for you, the individual, or for you guys. This is more concern for, you know, who is going to be has access to this information and stuff like that. It's not necessarily like, dang, I care about uh Sweet Sally 16 user, like Sweet Sally 16 TikTok users data ending up like they, it's not about you particularly, in particular, for those who, um I think like there's some people who need to hear that. It's more so like all this valuable data information, they don't want to fall in the hands of China. Like what? No. Who knows what they can do with that data? I mean, true enough, who knows what they can really do with it? But the fact of the matter is, they just don't want China to have it. Because even for TikTok, I just learned it was rebranded, it was relaunched. It
Yeah,
was Musically before.
yeah,
I never knew that, and like I was just like, so TikTok really isn't new. It's like it's just rebranded. It's Musically rebranded, and I remember Musically seeing ads for that, and then I was just like, yeah, not interested. No wonder I was probably not interested in TikTok, but who cares? But it's just like, I think it just should put people's perspective into basically the whole ban in general. I don't know. I just say my 2 cents is, um, don't be I say be more interested in what, if it's about the data, who's basically going to be in charge of that data, which looks like it might be Microsoft, but it looks like the talks were put on hold. That's the article I'm looking at here, from the Verge article, since they had some of the most recent things, but just for basic information. um yeah, it looks like they're putting the talks of acquiring TikTok on hold. Microsoft is. And uh damn, brain, yeah, just had a brain fart myself. No, just basically, I think, you know there's definitely more important factors here that's not being talked about, really. But of course it's gonna go over a lot, not say go over a lot of people's heads, because people are too focused on, oh, I won't be able to post this video, or, I'm like, this is about people's data. This is basically about, which is money. It's like assets right here. But yeah, nah. I think, I don't know. What else you got to say about, for the TikTok ban?
Nothing. I think we wrapped it up pretty nicely.
All right, true enough. All right, no, you guys let us know what you think about the TikTok ban, of course, in the comments below. Um, yeah, and this, to keep it simple, what do you guys think? Is the ban warranted? I think India, they had other decisions with the ban. There was more news with them, um, but
Yeah, I
does
think
it
they
say it here?
actually banned it in India, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they did. I think we did talk about it, but there was even more. There was follow up news, about the ban. Either the ban was, if it was like lightly lifted, or if it was like a soft ban. Like there was still more, discussions, like dialogue happening. Um, but honestly, this is still in the works. I'm actually surprised, like, how forward things kind of jumped since the last time we reported on it. Um, yeah, so we're gonna hear about this again for sure, and we'll let you know what the final verdict is gonna be, and what happens with TikTok, and if you're gonna need to hold on uploading that video, for whatever dance that's popping on the app right now. But in other news, just keep